which is a square piece of tin of side 18 centimeter is to be made into a box without top. So we have the four sides together with the bottom. Okay. So upper part is open. By cutting a square from each corner and folding up the flaps to form the box. So we'll just do this square. From each side you have to cut a piece. Okay. By cutting a square piece. So this is the square piece which we are going to cut. And also a square sheet of tin, and its side was 18, right? So this is 18. What we need to do, we have to cut square pieces from all the corners so that when we put up this flaps form a square box. So the question is, what should be the side of the square to be cut off so that the volume of the box is the maximum possible? So we need to find out, actually the function will be volume. Okay. Now when I say I am cutting the side of or the square of side x centimeter, so this will be x, this will be x. So when we cut square from all the four sides, all the four corners, the thing which is left is like this. That is, we'll just make it like folding like that. This much. Okay. Folding from this side will be left. So here you can fold like this. From here you can fold like this. Here. So all the four sides folding up will give you a box shape. Okay. So you have to find out how much you have to cut out like this, x, the value of x, so that the volume which you will get is giving you the maximum possible volume. Okay. So maximizing the volume is your question. So from which we will start is, let x centimeter be the side of the square. What they have asked, what should be the side of the square to be cut off? So we will take, let x centimeter be the side of the square to be cut off from the corners. Okay, cut off from the corners. So now you can see that this length will become, this was totally 18. Here you have cut out x centimeter, here x centimeter. So in total 2x has been cut out. That means the remaining this much will have the length as 18 minus 2x. Okay. And again this is a square, so this side will also be of same length, and you are cutting out also a square. So this is x, this is x. That means the left out part is 18 minus 2x. So now what will be the volume of the box? 18 minus 2x, length into breadth into height. When you fold like this, this becomes the height of the box. Okay, so length and breadth are same, 18 minus 2x, and the height becomes x. Understood? So we will start with what is volume. Okay, let V be the volume. We have to take any notation for the what we are writing. So we are just taking V as the volume. Let V be the volume of the box. Then what you will have? Then V will be equal to LBH. LBH, which will give you L as 18 minus 2x, breadth also as 18 minus 2x, and height as x. Okay, now the purpose is to maximize this volume. That means whatever x value you are getting, you have to see that the second derivative is giving you less than 0. Okay, now we will just make it as in a proper thing so that we can differentiate easily. Here you have a 2 in common, here also you have a 2 in common. So 2 into 2, 4 will be out. Here what is left then? 9 minus x, 9 minus x and an x, right? So the volume becomes 4x into 9 minus x the whole square. Okay, now you have to differentiate. dv by, again you have only x, so you are differentiating with respect to x. Okay, dv by dx will give you what? 4 is a constant. Apply the product rule for these two. You have two functions here. So x into derivative of 9 minus x the whole square will give you 2 into 9 minus x into derivative of 9 minus x will give you 0 minus 1. Okay, plus again you have 9 minus x the whole square as the constant, and derivative of x is 1. So you are getting 4 into, here you have minus 2x into 9 minus x plus 9 minus x the whole square. Now again you can take out 9 minus x in common, so that you will get 4 into 9 minus x into minus 2x plus 9 minus x. 9 minus x is left here. So what you are getting, 4 into 9 minus x into, this will become 9 minus 3x. Again, if you want, you can take out 3 from this term, so that it will become 12 into 9 minus x into, this is 3 minus x. Okay, this much part is okay. Now our purpose is to get the maxima or minima. So from here you can just say for maxima or minima, you have dv by dx equal to 0. So you will get dv by dx means this is equal to 0. Again 12 cannot be 0, either 9 minus x is 0 or 3 minus x is 0. So you will get 9 minus x into 3 minus x is equal to 0, which is x equal to 9 or x equal to 3. Now from this we have to choose which one is correct. Okay, now first we will find out what is the second derivative, and then we will choose what should be written. That is whether x should be 9 or 3. And how we will find out that whether it is suitable, both are suitable or not, is in volume. In volume, if you substitute 9 here, what will happen is 9 minus 9 will give you 0. That means volume is becoming 0, and you have to get the maximum possible volume. So that 9 will be neglected, and this 3 will be giving you that possible volume. Okay, now you can just say that since x equal to 9 makes the volume V is equal to 0, therefore x equal to 3 is the critical point. Okay, is the critical point. Now whether it is giving maximum or minimum, that we will find out. Now you have to find out the second derivative. Show that the volume you have got, that is giving you the possible maximum volume. So for that we have to now go for what is d square v by dx square, that is the second derivative. Now what was dv by dx? We are differentiating. Okay, this dv by dx we are differentiating with respect to x, so that 12 is a constant. Now differentiate this, that is first you will get 9 minus x into the derivative of 3 minus x is minus 1 plus 3 minus x into derivative of 9 minus x is minus 1. Okay, so you can take negative from both the things. Minus 12 into, this is 9 minus x plus 3 minus x, which is minus 12 into 12 minus 2x. Again you can take out 2 from this, that will give you minus 24 into, it is 6 minus 6. Now you can see that you have a negative sign. This will give you, actually you have to substitute the value and then check whether you are getting a negative sign for the second derivative or not. Now what we need to do is, what will happen to d square v by dx square at the point x equal to 3. It is minus 24 into 6 minus 3, which is giving you minus 24 into 3, which is minus 72. So you can say that this is less than 0. Now second derivative less than 0 means this point which you got x equal to 3 is a point of maxima. Therefore x equal to 3 is a point of maxima. That means the side which you have to cut out, the square which you have to cut out should be of length 3 centimeter, so that the volume is maximum. Okay, therefore volume of the box is maximum when x equal to 3 centimeter. Okay, when the side of the square which you have to cut out is 3 centimeters. Okay, the question number 19 is, show that of all the rectangles inscribed in a given fixed circle, the square has the maximum area. So what you have to show is, if you have a given fixed circle, means when they say anything given, that is actually acting as a constant. That means here the circle is given means its radius is a constant. Okay, So when I say let A be the radius, they have not given anything, so we are taking let A be the radius. Then the rectangle which you can inscribe inside the circle should be a square. That is, first you will take that it is a rectangle, then you have to show that the rectangle which you have got is actually a square which is giving you the maximum area. That means when you take the side as x for the rectangle, that is length as x and breadth as y, the condition which you have to get is x should be equal to y. When x is equal to y, the rectangle will become automatically a square. Okay. So the figure which you are considering like this. Okay. So the radius is taken as a. That means this total length will be how much? 2a. It will act as the diameter. Now the concept which you will use in order to get a relation connecting the three. See, in the earlier problems you were having only one variable x. So you need not consider another thing, or conversion is not needed there. But here in this case, you have these two to be the different thing, and this is acting as a constant. So this relation, that is, this will give you a 90 degree here. That means by Pythagoras theorem, you can just find out what is one in terms of the other. Either you can eliminate x or y. But the thing which you have to consider, that is the function which you have to consider is area, and you have to maximize the area. Okay, understood? So how we have to follow? If anything is given, that will act as a constant. So here circle is given means the radius of the circle is a constant. So let A be the radius of the given circle, and let x and y be the length and breadth of the rectangle inscribed inside it. Okay, rectangle inscribed respectively. That means length is x and breadth is y, inscribed in it. Okay, this much we have taken. Now we will just go for this, that is by Pythagoras theorem. Everything you have to take. They have just given you a statement in which you have to take all the variables and all. Okay, by Pythagoras theorem, what you will get? X square plus y square is equal to the hypotenuse square, 2a the whole square. That is, x square plus y square is equal to 4a square. Now you can eliminate any of them, but remember that means when you substitute in the area, the variable which you have eliminated, the other one should be the with respect to which you are doing. Okay, understood? That is, if I am taking y square is equal to 4a square minus x square, I will get y is equal to root of 4a square minus x square. You can do the other way also. That means you can find out what is x square equal to or x equal to, and you have to replace in the area with which you have to do. Okay, you should remember that with respect to which you are doing or differentiating, that is independent variable. Okay, now you have y equal to, I have found out y equal to, now I will go for the area. What is area? This is a rectangle, so area is length into breadth. So you just replace your length and breadth. What is length and breadth? X and y you have taken, so area is xy. Okay, now when it is xy, we are replacing y with what we have found out in terms of x, so that this will become x into root of 4a square minus x square. Now actually the process is you have to differentiate it with respect to x. You can see that you have only x variable here. A is acting as a constant. So you what you have to do is, since this is having a root of, we can eliminate it and then do the process, which will be more easy, because root of means it is again complicated. Again you have to second time differentiate it. So what we will do is, you have a equal to x into root of 4a square minus x square. We will just make it as squaring both sides. Okay, squaring both sides will give you a square is equal to x square. X will become x square, and this root will go. This will become 4a square minus x square. Now this a square will be replaced with some other variable, because in order to get that ease of calculation, I am just writing it to be z. That is, let a square is taken as z. We have to just notate it as the derivative, no? But if I write a square and differentiate, I will write 2a into dA by like that. So in order to avoid that confusion, we are just making it as z equal to x square into 4a square minus x square. Okay, now we will differentiate with respect to x. So this will give you dz by dx equal to, again, x square into 4a square minus x square. You can just take it as x square will give you 2x into 4a square minus, or else you can just expand it and then do, okay, x square minus x raised to 4, this will give you, no? So while differentiating, we will get 4a square into 2x, the derivative of x square, minus the derivative of x raised to 4 will give you 4x cube. Okay, so this is now 8a square x minus 4x cube, or how much you will get? X can be taken out, this can be taken out, 4x, so this is 2a square minus x square, correct? Minus, yes, 4 has been taken out, clear? Now second derivative you have to find out as well as this, you have to equate it to 0. Okay, so first second derivative will give you either of the thing you can do, okay, either for maximization and minimization you can equate it to 0, and first you can do that, or else you can find out the second derivative. So here what I will get is 4 is a constant, differentiate these two, or else again you can write this as 4 into 2a square x minus x cube. So that this will give you 2a square into x, derivative of x is 1, minus 3x square. Okay, this is your second derivative. Stop there. Now we will find out what is the maximization and minimization giving you. Now for maxima or minima, we have dz by dx equal to 0. So we give you 4x into 2a square minus x square equal to 0. That means you have two options, either x is equal to 0 or 2a square minus x square is equal to 0. Now this is x equal to 0, and x equal to 0 means again the area will become 0, right? When you substitute in the area, a is xy. So this will give you 0. So that you cannot take. Now the other one will give you is 2a square. X square is equal to 2a square, or x is equal to root of 2a square, which is root 2a. Okay. Now d square z by dx square at x equal to root 2a will be 4 into 2a square minus 3 into root 2a the whole square, which is 4 into 2a square minus, this will give you root 2 into root 2, 2a square. So it is 6a square, right? So that this is giving you 4 into minus 4a square, that is 16a square, which is less than 0. So when you are getting less than 0, you can say that the point which you have got is acting as the point of maxima. Therefore x equal to root 2a is a point of maxima. Hence, now what one thing is left actually. What they have asked is, it is a square. You have just got that the area is maximum. Now we have to show that it is maximum when y is equal to x also, right? Now we will just find out what is y is equal to. Okay, y is equal to what? What was the relation connecting them? Y is equal to root of 4a square minus x square, right? So in that we will substitute the value of x, root of 4a square minus x square. X square will give you 2a square, which is equal to root of 2a square, which is equal to root 2a. Now what was the value for x? Root 2a. Value for y? Root 2a. That is, you are getting x is equal to y. Therefore you can say at last the area of the rectangle is maximum when it is a square, or you can say that all of the rectangles inscribed in the given fixed circle, you have the square has the maximum area. Therefore square has the maximum area. Okay, otherwise the concept will be only maximum area, but you cannot say that it is square. So you need to prove this, okay, or show this that x is equal to y. Question says, show that the right circular cylinder of given surface area and maximum volume is such that its height is equal to the diameter of the base. So if you have a cylinder, right circular cylinder, what they are saying is its surface area should be considered as given, that is, it is acting as a constant, surface area is acting as a constant, and you have to take the volume as the function which you will differentiate, okay, and you have to maximize it, and in between you will get that condition, that is, the height should be equal to the diameter. Okay, so first let's start with what is the height and diameter taken as. Okay, that is, normally what we will do is x and y we will choose, because in the questions here we can choose h and r also, but you should be aware of one variable. With respect to one variable only we will differentiate whatever you are taking. Okay, now if suppose let h be the height and r be the radius of the cylinder, so the variables which you will have are h and r, and with respect to one you will find out the other one. Okay, and that will be got, that is the relation connecting h and r will be got from what is given. So given means it is acting as a constant. Now what will be the surface area of a cylinder? Surface area normally if we are denoting it as s, we will change it as some constant, because we should know that it is acting as a constant. Okay, if you take s, in your mind you will have that it is also a variable, that's why. So what is s actually equal to? For a right circular cylinder you have the curved surface area and the two things. So s will be, you have two base areas and the curved surface area, that is 2 pi r square plus 2 pi rh, right? So this is the surface area, and here we will take this as k. Now why we are taking it as k? In order to just avoid this s, which will make a confusion whether it is a constant or not. Okay, now this is a constant since it is given to be constant. Given means it is acting as a constant. Okay, constant since it is given, right? So from this relation connecting r and h, we will find out one variable. Now you can see that h is only in one term and r is in both terms. So it is easy to find out what is h equal to. Okay, so from here what you will get is 2 pi rh is equal to k minus 2 pi r square, or h is equal to k minus 2 pi r square divided by 2 pi r. Okay, so this is h. Now this h we will replace in what we are taking as a function. We have to maximize volume, so we will start with, now volume. What is volume equal to? V is equal to, again it is cylinder, cylinder's volume is pi r square h. Now you have to replace this h with what you have got, okay, so that it becomes a function of only one variable, that is r. R square is here, h is k minus 2 pi r square divided by 2 pi r. This is V. Now you can just cancel one r and pi from here, that means it is left with r by 2 into k minus 2 pi r square. Now again, in order to, for the ease of differentiation, you can just take this r inside, because we have to differentiate this with respect to r. Okay, so this will give you 1 by 2 into kr minus 2 pi r cube, right? Now this is V. Now you have to differentiate with respect to r. Why? Because r is now here the variable. Okay, so 1 by 2 is a constant, and here you will get k into r. With respect to r you are differentiating means the derivative of r will be 1. So you will get k minus, here again 2 pi is a constant and r cube's derivative will be 3r square. So that you will get 6 pi r square. Okay. Now for maxima or minima, you will have dV by dr is equal to 0, which will give you k is equal to 6 pi r square. Now your purpose is to find out what is r is equal to. So from here you will get r square is equal to k by 6 pi, or r is equal to root of k by 6 pi. Okay, this much is clear. Now we will move on to the second derivative. Now the second derivative, that is d square v by dr square, will give you. From here you can differentiate. What you will get, 1 by 2 into k is a constant and the derivative of this is minus 12 pi r. Okay, that is you are getting minus 6 pi r. Now you have to replace your r here, so that whether it is giving you a negative, again you have a negative sign and this r is not containing any negative sign, so that you can say that it is giving you negative, but you have to check. That is, at r is equal to, what is the value? Root of k by 6 pi. You will have second derivative of the volume with respect to r as minus 6 pi into r, which is root of k by 6 pi. So this will get cancelled and you will get negative root of 6 pi k, which is less than 0. Okay, so this is less than 0 means, therefore you can say that r is equal to root of k by 6 pi is a point of maxima. So maximum volume concept is over. But one more thing is given. What is that? You have to find out the relation connecting the height and diameter. So for that we will just go for what is h is equal to. What they have said, you have to get h is equal to diameter means it is 2r. Okay, so what is h equal to? This one. This we have taken as h, k minus 2 pi r square divided by 2 pi r. Just replace the value of, what we will do is, we will replace the value of k. What is k? That is easy for calculation, that's why. If you are replacing r, no, that is difficult. So we will just substitute k as 6 pi r square. So this will give you 6 pi r square minus 2 pi r square divided by 2 pi r. So it is 4 pi r square divided by 2 pi r, or you are getting it to be 2r. That means h is equal to 2r. So the thing which they have asked is correct. That is, the height is equal to the diameter. Okay, therefore the height is equal to the diameter. When height is equal to diameter, or h is height is equal to the diameter, the volume is maximum. Okay.